Hi, good to see you. Today I want to talk about the first 90 days of your salesperson's career. You think back to when you started in the motor industry. I bet you're still using some skills, some techniques, some processes that you learnt in your first 90 days. We do, don't we? So if you're doing it, isn't it fair to reason that your salesperson that you've just recruited is going to do the same thing? In fact, think through how much does it cost you to recruit that salesperson. Okay? You may have spent money with a recruitment company. You may have spent time, money interviewing the people. You may have actually done a group selection process. Whatever that money is, compare that to how much training that salesperson gets. Or more importantly, who's training them in the first 90 days? You see, all too often, our modern car dealerships run lean. We can't afford for them to go out for 2 weeks. Okay? The manufacturer's training course, that's not going to start for 3 months down the track, 6 months down the track. And in fact, manufacturer's training courses, a modern car's so complicated, it's all about the car nowadays and not so much sales processes. So you know who's actually training your brand new salesperson? Yeah, it's your 5-car Fred. You see, your experienced salesperson, the really good guy, the person you'd want them to train them, he doesn't want to train them. He's not interested because he's actually out there selling cars for himself. It's 5-car Fred again. And just think, the skills that 5-car Fred has got, is that really the skills you want your brand new person to have? I wouldn't. In fact, let's have a look at some other industries. If you get a barista at Starbucks, they start off brand new, day one on the job. How much training do they have to go through before they're allowed to serve a coffee to a real customer? Do you know it's 48 hours worth of training before they're allowed to give a cappuccino to a real paying customer? Compare that to our industry. Sometimes we don't at all. In fact, time-wise, think how much research your customer is now doing before they walk into the sales process, into your dealership. Do you know the average customer is doing 14.3 hours worth of research before they walk into the first dealership? Now that information comes from Google. It's 14.3 hours. Compare that to how much training your salesperson's done in the last month. You see, for the cost of one paint and fabric protection sale, you can actually have your brand new salesperson go through a 90-day program where once a day we'll send them an email. We'll manage the first 90 days for you to make sure your salesperson has the skills, the processes, and the techniques to help them sell cars in the modern world. And we're not talking about the skills and the techniques that would have worked years ago, up-to-date modern techniques. So speak to Simco Training and see how, for the cost of one asset protection, one paint and fabric protection, you can get everything you need to get your employee up to speed. And just compare that to what you spent employing them. So don't they deserve the best start in their new career? Don't you owe them the right to give them the skills, the processes and the techniques to help them for the rest of their selling life? So speak to us and see how we can help your new guys today.